Hello, everybody. I'm back. We're back. Kings franchise is back. This episode, we're gonna be finishing out the season. Maybe playing a game against the Warriors. I think that's a nice team to end it on because they made some changes. Maybe even the Blazers, but I think the Warriors is a better one because it's a home game as well. Now, one thing of note: I am sick right now, hence my maybe lower energy than normal. But I still want to get through this episode, and I still want to get through this season. So we're just gonna like start going. In this episode, like I said, we're gonna be finishing out the season. As of right now, we're 13th. We did pass up the Jazz, so we're not the second worst team in the West, which is, bad for draft pick. But I don't think we really wanted to be like the worst team ever. So yeah. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just want the season to be over. So I'm not even going to be simcasting these games. I'm just going to simulate through them, and I'll recap some of them that, maybe there's interesting stats in, or I'll just go over, any interesting games. But yeah, I'm just going to simulate all these, go to the Warriors game. We're going to play the Warriors game, and then I'll simulate the Trailblazers game. And then we're going to get the postseason through. I'll simulate through that since we're not even going to be in it, but I'll go over it. And yeah, I'll go over other things with, within the league, like awards and stuff as well. So yeah, I'm just going to simulate to his Warriors game now, and I'll catch you up on the games. Okay. Wow. That was a couple weeks. We only won 2 games, and we lost 7 of them. Yeah, not great. Simonis played pretty good in all these games. He had a triple-double in this one. Keegan Murray played well. Sabonis played good there. I think this one was just a bad game from everybody. We just got blown out by 30 points. We lost to the Nets of all teams. We lost to the Clippers. Keegan Murray played great. Yeah, and then we actually beat the Warriors, which is kind of surprising. Steph played pretty well, but just nobody else on his team really decided to show up. So yeah, now we're gonna be playing this game and then finishing up on the season. Cannot wait. Maybe if we're lucky, we end the season with 30 wins. Maybe, probably not though. As for the standings, I'll go over them super quickly. OKC is currently first in the West. Then the Rockets, the Warriors are third. Lakers, Nuggets, Spurs, the Clippers jumped back up. They have made the playoffs, like solidified, which is, that's good. They traded for Zach LaVine and then they made the playoffs solidified. That's good. And as for the plan, it's the Suns, Grizzlies, and Timberwolves, and then I think it's a battle between Trailblazers and Mavericks for that last spot. Yeah, and then we're third to last in the West, tied with the Utah Jazz. Hopefully we can end above them. The Pistons, 63-18, top of the East. Sixers behind them, then Miami, Cleveland, New York finally bounced back. They were kind of bad for a while. Then Atlanta, Milwaukee's just in the play-in. Chicago has clinched the play-in. The Raptors have clinched the play-in, and the Magic have also clinched the play-in just barely, which is surprising because they should be a lot better. That means Charlotte, Boston, Pacers, Nets, and Wizards are all out, which makes sense if you think about it. This is an off year for the Celtics and Pacers, so yeah, that makes sense. Everything makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Aside from, no, I think everything makes pretty good sense in terms of standings. It's kind of a surprise Phoenix made it, but they just kind of played good, so not much you can really talk about that. But yeah, let's get into this game. All right, here we go. One of the last games of the regular season. We're up against the Warriors here. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green. They traded for Trey Murphy III. They got Klay Thompson back on the roster. That's what we're going up against. We're in our City Edition uniforms because I like those. I wanted to play with those one last time this season. It's our last home game of the season. We have one more game after this, but it's an away game because Jimmy Butler's going to get the game started with a little mid-range shot. But yeah, overall expectations versus like reality on the season, and like, did we do what we wanted to do? Yeah, I think so. We got rid of Zach LaVine, which is good overall. Malik Monk with the rebound and the putback. Love to see that. We got rid of Zach LaVine. We got rid of DeMar DeRozan. We gave DeMar to the Heat. We gave Zach LaVine to the Clippers. And we lost a good amount of games because of it. Made sure our record wasn't too good and that we could get a good draft pick. We still have Sabonis on the roster, and we still have Malik Monk, which is something. Keegan Murray getting 2 points on the inside. But we knew we wouldn't be able to trade everybody. So I think overall our season kind of went how we expected it to. We re-signed Keon Ellis, Bogdanovich, and John Collins, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm a big fan of Keon Ellis, so I'm happy that he's going to be on this team. It was kind of a question mark going into the year, but we did get to re-sign him. I feel like Keegan Murray took a pretty good jump in the second half of the season, scoring a bit more, getting a bit more involved. Malik Monk is still on the roster too. He's been pretty great in the second half of the season. Scoring-wise, he's been fantastic. And even playmaking has been pretty good. Our rookies have played pretty good. Right now, a bit more quiet, but he hasn't really gotten a whole lot of minutes. But Nick Clifford has, I feel like, played pretty fantastic, as Jimmy Butler gets the and one after he gets smacked in the face by Keegan Murray. But Nick Clifford played pretty good overall, I think. I think he had a pretty impressive season, considering he was drafted pretty low in the late 20s. But he is an older rookie, so you kind of expect that. But I'm pretty happy with his production. I'm happy with the production from most of our guys. I think the only disappointment I really have is Dennis Schroeder. Westbrook's been okay. I didn't expect a whole lot from Westbrook, so maybe that's why he's okay. But I feel like Dennis Schroeder was a bit underwhelming this year, and we could have seen a lot more from him, but really didn't. But yeah, so as for expectations for the year, I think we did what we wanted to do. We obviously didn't do good, but we did what we wanted to do. So now I'm going to focus in on this game, give some commentary on this game, as Buddy Hield hits the three, and they're up by 9 against us. Klay Thompson's got the ball. Westbrook's going to poke it loose, and he's going to run it down and just lay it in. He's getting a bit too old to be dunking, so he's just going to take the easy lay. Schroeder working in the triple threat, and he's just going to shoot it and hit it. I was saying he is a bit underwhelming, but that's a good sign from him. Hitting that shot. Klay Thompson just running and dunking. Klay Thompson's old and he's had a couple injuries, but he's still got some hops in those legs. Buddy Hield's gonna hit another three. He's been lighting us up this game. He's gonna shoot another and he's gonna miss this one. Quentin Post's gonna get the rebound, throw it up, and Jimmy Butler's gonna hit the pull-up mid-range shot. They're up by 11 on us. Not what we want to see. I don't think there's really a point in us like losing these games or like trying to lose these games, so we're just gonna try and be competitive, get like our guys some good reps to end the season. Keegan Murray with the pull-up close shot, nice one. But I think it's really important that our guys just get some good reps, especially our younger guys. So I don't think it's really a point in like trying to play bad or trying to lose. Buddy Hield hitting another shot. He's kind of on fire this game. Malik Monk crossing over Jimmy Butler and then hits the dirty floater. That was beautiful by Malik Monk. Al Horford. What is he, almost 40 years old? Still playing in the NBA, still playing on a good team too. He's been great for the Warriors. Monk with the little... He's just floating in the air for that floater. Keegan Murray working it inside. Lays it up off the glass. It's a 7-point game now. Steph Curry, too much space. We lose him off of the action, and he's going to get it. Keon Ellis pokes it loose there, but Steph's going to hit the step back midi anyway, because he just doesn't care. Steph was really hot to start the game, and then I put Keon Ellis on him, and it slowed him down a ton, which was very good to see. Not only because it's good to see Keon Ellis play great defense and it being paid off, but also just, you know, to see like that we can get some stops if we have the right coverages. Keegan Murray with the tough and one bucket. That was tough. He flexes on him. Will he hit the free throw, though? He does hit the free throw. You gotta hit the free throw. For the and one to really matter, you gotta hit the free throw. John Collins with the steal. And Nick Clifford with the Euro into Jimmy Butler. It's called the blocking foul. It's gonna be an and one opportunity for Nick Clifford, who's gonna hit the free throw. So good stuff out of Nick Clifford so far. He's rebounding the ball very well. And playing good defense as well. Tough layup by Curry. Schroeder was guarding him, but not well enough. Maxime right now with the ball. Gonna hit John Collins off the off screen. Working in the triple threat. He's gonna pull it and he's gonna hit it. The 3-pointer for John Collins is gonna go down. Steph Curry. Immediately when Keon Ellis is not on him anymore, he's just gonna start lighting up the scoreboard. Not what you like to see, but I guess it's good to know that, you know, Keon Ellis is good at playing defense. Bogdanovich gonna hit the midi. Chris Dunn hitting John Collins. He's gonna dunk it down on Klay Thompson. Kind of an unofficial poster. I don't know if Klay was really trying to block that. He was just trying to like look like he was trying. Dennis Schroeder driving to the paint. He's gonna stop. He's gonna hit right now on the cut. Who's gonna dunk it all over Draymond. Nice stuff out of right now. Trey Murphy hits the three. It's a close game. The half's almost over. Right now on the cut again. He's gonna slam it down. I like to see that. Right now he's getting some good cuts in. It's getting him easy points. Curry misses the shot. Draymond with the rebound. Curry pump fakes and he's gonna hit the midi. Go to work by Curry to get his shot going there. 2 seconds on the shot clock left. Chris Dunn's just gonna have to pull up the mid-range and he's gonna clank it in. Kings are up by 3 with 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Curry's running it down. We got Schroeder playing kind of bad defense, but Curry passes out of the shot. He's gonna take the 3 to end the half and he's gonna miss it. So far we're up by 3. We had a couple bad stretches there, but we regained the lead and we're gonna go in the second half with the lead, which is really good. Let's just get to that second half now. Alright, starting off the second half, Curry's gonna hit the corner. Jimmy Butler with the quick 3. Starting off the half quick. We actually, because there's not that many games left, I tried running, beautiful layup by Monk by the way, but I wanted to run a more aggressive style of defense. So for some of the game, I was running a half-court press, and then towards the end of the game, I actually switched it to a full-court press with Keon Ellis pressing Steph, and then we had a couple other guys in pressing as well. And I really liked the defense that we got from that. It gave us a lot of stops. Beautiful putback by Nick Clifford there, but it got us a lot of stops and defensive possessions, which I love to see. And I feel like maybe it like unlocked a new level of our defense that we can do when we have those like good defenders in, because it lets us just like really apply pressure on these from like start to finish and really like tire out the opposing players. If you give Curry too much space, he's just gonna run everywhere. So we can wear him down a bit by being on him constantly, and it's gonna make our guys tired too. But if we can do that, it'll give us maybe a new identity. As Malik Monk dunks it down, you like to see that. He's always dunking it down. He's got a lot of dunks for us this year. A lot of points for us in general. He had good defense there, but Trey Murphy doesn't really care at all. Trey Murphy is going to hit the 3, so back-to-back 5-point swing there from Trey Murphy. Jimmy Butler actually went down with an injury a couple possessions before this. He hurt his knee, I believe. I believe it's just a sore knee, so it's nothing too serious, but he will be out for the rest of this game. Now we got Westbrook with the ball, hitting the corner. Keon Ellis gonna just pop it. Hits it. Keon Ellis, he's got that 3-point shot, and he's got that defense. It's something, you need players like this in the league today. Keegan Murray with the ball, he's gonna use the screen, gonna pull up in the mid-range. Beautiful. I really like when Keegan Murray gets the in-between game, and really works the mid-range and the close shots, because it opens up a lot more offense for him. If he's not hitting his 3s, or if he's, you know, getting bodied in the paint, he can hit that mid-range shot, especially coming off screens and stuff. I like to see that. It's a new element to his game. Westbrook hitting the nice bounce pass to Rain now. 2 minutes left in the third. We're up by 3. Sabonis out to Keegan, who hits Westbrook, and Westbrook's going to hit the 3. He's got 9 points and 6 assists. Sabonis has been a bit quiet this game, but that's all right. Everybody else is playing good. Keegan Murray goes for the offensive, or goes for the rebound, and then gets injured. I think he has a strained hip, so he might come back a little bit in this game, but I think he'll probably be shut down for the most of this game and then the rest of the season, which is only 1 game. It's just a strained hip, so nothing too serious, but we don't want to risk anything too major. We want him to be healthy for the offseason. But Nate Clifford playing very well with Keegan Murray out. He gets a mid-range and then a 3-pointer, and then Sabonis gets a little post move there. He's got 11 points and 1 assist. Again, kind of quiet from him, but that's okay. 3-point shot from Gary Payton II. He's a good glue piece for the Warriors. Good pass by Sabonis there to Monk. I actually love that. Just letting Malik Monk work off of the ball with his speed, and then letting Sabonis just hit him in his spots. They go again, but it's a mid-range instead of a layup this time. Beautiful work from those two. I like that combination. Keegan Murray's back in the game for a little bit, but he's going to be subbed out pretty quick. We're going to go back to Chris Dunn staying in because I really like the full court press out of him and Keon Ellis. We're up by 7 with 5 minutes left. Turn the ball over. Steph Curry with the steal. Draymond throws it up there to Will Richard, who's going to get a wide open layup. Not the best defense there on the transition, but that's all right. Sabonis, a little mid-range shot. It's going to bounce in. He's got 13 and 10. Klay Thompson's going to hit Trey Murphy. Back to Klay. He's going to pull up that midi, and he's going to hit it. Warriors are having a bit of a bounce back in this 4th quarter. Hopefully we can keep the lead here. Nate Clifford with the 3. He's going to hit another one. Nate Clifford, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Rebounding it well. He's had a couple putbacks, and he's hit a couple 3s and a couple middies. He's kind of doing it all in this game. You'd love to see that out of Nate. Showing a lot to end the season, which is what we want to see. Keegan Murray, he's in the game again. He's going to hit that 3, but that'll be the last points he scores on the season because we're going to take him out. Keon Ellis with that press is going to get the steal on Curry. Now, we're not going to get anything from it because we're going to turn it over right back, but it was good defense. And they're going to get points off of it, but it was good defense. It was showing that our press was working and getting us some steals, which you love to see. Malik Monk, spinning, shooting. Tough shot by Malik Monk. Love to see him working in that mid-range area. Malik Monk's got 23 on the night. So Trey Murphy's going to catch the alley-oop and slam it down. Not much to say about that. The Warriors are going to press us here, but Malik Monk is a bit too fast to be pressed by Klay, so he's just going to go up, and Steph hits him from behind. Malik Monk's going to get that and 1. Hopefully he can hit the free throw, but that's a beautiful and 1 by Malik Monk, just running straight past Klay, knowing he's not fast enough to keep up with him. He's going to hit the and 1. We're up by 10. Keon Ellis playing aggressive defense on Steph. He's going to get the steal. Like to see it. We're going to hit Nate Clifford. He's going to pump fake, pass it, and nothing came out of that possession. But another Keon steal. And again, Keon is not on Curry, and he's just going to pull it and hit it. But 7 seconds left. Curry's just going to shoot something. We're up by 9. The game's going to be over. Really good game from our guys. We had a point where we were kind of down by like 11, and we fought back into it, and then we took our own 11-point lead, and we kept the lead to end the game. So good stuff out of our guys. Malik Monk, 28 points. Beautiful game from him. Not passing it super well, but that's not a big deal. He shot a little under 50%. Not great from 3, but that's all right. Keegan Murray, 19 points. Didn't play all of the game because he got a little strained hip. Nate Clifford, beautiful game from him. 15 points, 10 rebounds, a steal. Quiet game from Sabonis. Just not taking that many shots. Everybody else was kind of involved. Westbrook, 9 and 6. Bogdanovich had some points. Keon Ellis made a couple 3s, or a 3 and a 2-pointer. But he had an all-around game too. He had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Chris Dunn played good defense. No counting stats for it, but he had some good press defense. And then, yeah, I was looking to see where Keon was in plus minus because I feel like when he was in, we were doing really good. The Warriors, Steph had 20. He slowed down when we had Keon on him. But yeah, Jimmy Butler, he didn't play the whole game because he hurt his knee. He had a twisted right knee, but after the game I said it was a sore knee, so nothing too serious. Jimmy Butler, so he had 19, 5, and 8. He had a really well-rounded game. He was kind of killing us in the first half. And then Buddy had 15. Trey Murphy had 14. Good defense. They had a lot of other guys. So yeah, there's that. All right, so I have simulated up this last game. I just finished the post commentary for this game that you just heard, and yeah, I'm gonna simulate this last game, simcast it, and then we're gonna go into the playoffs and go through all of that. We're gonna find out who the champions are, and then we'll go through awards, and then the next episode we'll do free agency. So we're pretty much done with the season now. So yeah, we're gonna simcast this game, and then we're on to everything else. All right, so let's just get into this, I guess. See if we can get one more game. Will we end the season with 30 wins? I think this win is actually kind of important for the Blazers if they wanted to make it, so us losing this bad. I mean, if we wanted to upset them or anything, that's kind of out of the question at this point. Sabonis, 23 and 20, ends the season pretty strong. Malik Monk did pretty well. Nothing too noteworthy from our team this game, but that's fine. The Blazers, Denny Avdia, Lauri Markkanen, Scoot. They got a team over there. That is a team. They got Damian Lillard coming back next season, so they're gonna be scary. They're gonna be scary. All right, and the award winners are in. Jokic, 28, 15, 9 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Wins the MVP. Not too much of a surprise there. I don't think that Shea or Cade's team had a good enough record to justify them winning it over like Jokic's monster numbers. So he's gonna win the MVP. Rookie of the Year is gonna go to Cooper Flag. That makes sense. Jaime Jaquez is gonna win 6th Man of the Year. We're a great team this year. I think they're top 3 or 4 in the East. And he was a big reason that he came off the bench. He was a 6th man, and he played really good for them. Victor Wembanyama, Depoy, everyone expected that. Ryan Rollins winning Most Improved Player. He went from 6 points a game to 16, and 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Really, really big jump from Ryan Rollins, and yeah, maybe a lot more to see from him in the Bucks in the future. Anthony Edwards winning Clutch Player of the Year. JB Bickerstaff winning Coach of the Year. I mean, it was really crazy what the Pistons did. They took the number 1 seed in the East by storm. I don't think anybody really expected them to be that good. Some people even expected them to be worse coming into this year since they lost some of their shooting last year, so it's kind of surprising there. And Executive of the Year is the 76ers for drafting VJ, I guess. But yeah, so those are the awards, and now we can get into All-NBA. We got Jokic, Luka, Wemby, Cade, Giannis, Shea, Tyrese, Evan Mobley, Anthony Davis making it, which is kind of a surprise. Third team is Kat, Sengun, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, James Harden. We don't gotta pay too much attention to these things because it's 2K. Nothing's gonna be perfect. But rookie first team is Cooper, Ace, Kalkbrenner, VJ, Derek Queen. I don't know why Concanable is not getting, he's averaged 15. I feel like he should be over Kalkbrenner, but Kalkbrenner averaged a bunch of blocks, I guess. So. But great stuff from all the rookies and all the players. And now we're in the playoffs. So first thing I'm noting is I did not realize Denver was the 7th seed and had Jokic win that MVP. That's kind of nuts. I think a lot of people would be questioning that. Other things to note, the Clippers are just in. They're the 6th seed. They made it through the plans. They're not even in the plans. The Spurs aren't even in the plans. The Nuggets are in the plans, Phoenix is in the plans, Memphis and Minnesota. That all makes sense. Nuggets, I feel like, should be a lot higher. Maybe the Clippers and Spurs should be a bit lower. But everything mixed, even the Warriors are pretty high, but we knew that. And in the East, it's Milwaukee, Toronto, Orlando, and Chicago. This one's really interesting because if we're being honest, this is not only jobs on the line, but this is trades on the line. Because if Milwaukee doesn't make the playoffs, and even if they do, if they lose in the first round, Giannis is going to want out. And, Chicago, they're fine for now because they just made the Anthony Davis move halfway through the season. Next season's going to be the one where they compete. But if Orlando doesn't make it or do something in the playoffs this year, same as Milwaukee, they might have a question of if Franz and Paolo can be good enough together. Because being the 9th seed with both of them on your roster and after trading for Desmond Bane is not what you want. So that we're going to have some questions if those teams don't make it out. Everybody else, the Sixers being the 2nd seed, Detroit being the 1st seed, I think everybody else makes at least somewhat of sense. Yeah, let's just get into these games. Now, one thing I will note is I do control every team in this league to handle their lineups because otherwise 2K will do stupid stuff with the lineups. So that is a lot of times why I will, when I simulate games, I kind of just skip through them until they're all simulated because I have to go through injuries for every single team. So it's going to be pretty similar for the playoffs. I'm probably going to simulate up until like game 7s, and then I'll go through those individually. But anything that isn't a game 7, I'll just cover after the round is over. So with that being said, we can start by actually starting with the plans. So we can simulate one game. All right, so Denver is going to make it into 7th seed. Thank God, because if they didn't and Jokic won MVP, I don't think we'd ever hear the end of it. And then let's see what happens. What is the next game? Is the next game... Wow. The Minnesota Timberwolves lost to the Memphis Grizzlies and are eliminated. So Anthony Edwards isn't going to be making the playoffs after making 2 Western Conference Finals in a row. I can tell you right now, that team is going to be making changes because that is not acceptable for Ant. Like, Ant is not okay with that. But it's going to be Memphis and the Phoenix Suns fighting out for that last spot. And it's going to go to... And that last spot's going to go to the Phoenix Suns. So the Phoenix Suns are going to make the playoffs after not making it last year and trading Kevin Durant. And the Memphis Grizzlies aren't going to make the playoffs, which is, again, not great coming from that franchise. On the other side, the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Toronto Raptors, which is good. So they're going to make it in the playoffs at the very least, which is necessary. And the Bulls lost to the Magic, so it's going to be Toronto versus Orlando for that last spot, and it's going to go to the Magic. Okay, so both teams that needed to make it in made it in, but they also, it's going to be tough, but the Bucks, they really need to make it to round 2. And the Magic, it's going to be tough. If the Magic put up a fight, I could see them like sticking it out, but I don't know. Wow. So, as the first round is underway, the Detroit Pistons beat the Magic 4-2. Knicks beat the Cavs 4-2. Not a good look for the Cavs. Not a good look for the Cavs at all. Miami is in a game 7, and the Bucks got swept, which is really bad. And then in the West, the Suns got swept, expectedly so. The Lakers are in a game 7 with the Spurs, and the Warriors are in a game 7 against the Clippers. And Denver upset the number 2 Rockets. Wow. Not really surprised. It doesn't matter what seed they are. Jokic is Jokic. So that's just, he's always got a chance to win the series. But wow, 3 game 7s to go through. So we'll start with this Heat Hawks game. We'll simcast it. See which team wins. It's close game too. Wow. Are the Hawks gonna upset the Heat? The Heat were hot all season. It looks like the Hawks are... It's close. 4 points, 5 points, 9. Wow, the Heat lost. They pick up DeMar, and DeMar is showing up. Now, Andrew Wiggins did get hurt in the middle of the series, so there is, you can say that that could be the cause, but just wow. Jaime Jaquez not having the best game in this game 7, but not really terrible. DeRozan came to play, You can say maybe that pickup didn't pay off for them because they didn't make it far, but I mean, he played well. But Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, Kristaps, and Nikhil just all dropping at least 20. That's insane. All right, so there's that one. Now let's go on to I think the Lakers one is before. Nope, the Clippers one first. Now this would be a crazy upset, because the Warriors were hot all year long. So to see them go down to the Clippers, who weren't, and they almost did. The Clippers had them in the first quarter, but the Warriors came back throughout the rest of it. Curry dropping 31. Trey Murphy, that pickup was big for them. Jimmy Butler, 15, 3, and 7. Good facilitating, but Trey Murphy came up really big on them, even though he didn't shoot it too great. And, Clay's hitting some shots. Draymond Green was actually hurt, so he wasn't playing the last couple games in this series, but they still are going to squeak it out. James Harden, 19, 6, and 8. Not great. Kawhi Leonard, not great. They had Zach LaVine. I mean, they had a really all-around game from their guys, but it's just they didn't have the depth for it to be enough. And this is a big one. The Lakers versus the Spurs. The new versus the old. Wemby versus LeBron. That is a big one. The Spurs are coming out really hot. Almost too hot. Yeah, I think that they're just going to run away with this one. Now, this isn't fully a surprise. The Lakers, their team isn't fully built around Luka yet. I mean, Luka was Luka. He got 42 and 10. But the team isn't fully built around Luka yet, They still have LeBron's $50 million on the cap, so they still got to deal with that. And then kind of bad game from Jackson Hayes. DeAndre Ayton not doing too much. Jake LaRavia not playing great. Colin Sexton, maybe not the best game from him. Not the best from Austin Reeves either. LeBron played all right. Luka did his thing. But when you got Fox, Castle, Wemby, and Dylan Harper on the other side, Wemby's going to have 4 blocks. Castle has 4 steals. It's really hard to compete against. So this is our semi-conference final matchups. I'll simulate when we get to the game 7 of these, if there is any. And wow, it's going to come down to another game 7 for San Antonio against OKC. Probably the favorites to win it all. Detroit coming up short against the Knicks. And Atlanta coming up short against the Sixers. That one not as big of a surprise, but Detroit did get upset by the Knicks. The Knicks had a really bad start to the season, but really turned it up in the second half. And they're showing that that was a real turnaround from them, as they're going to make the conference finals, and they have a good chance of making the overall finals. The Warriors showing that they're dominant throughout the season. It was not a joke. They beat the Nuggets in 6, and it's just going to be this game 7 for the Thunder against the Spurs. Wow, both teams coming out really hot, almost 40-point quarters from both of them. The Thunder shutting down the Spurs in the third quarter to take the lead. It is a close game. 5-point game. 5 points. 2 points. We'll jump in to see the last minute of this game. Just for the fun of it. I think it's a great matchup. I'm going to make sure I'm not controlling any team here, so that we can just watch the gameplay. Wembanyama with the ball. 7-5, crossing over. He's got Isaiah Hartenstein on him. He's just bullying him to the paint. He's going to get fouled. He's going to have a chance to tie the game. Hit these. Gets the first one. He's going to hit both, though. He needs to hit both. Subbing in Fox for Harper. Having the clutch player of the year from like 2 years ago. Wow, he misses it. He misses the tying free throw. That is so bad. Hartenstein. He misses. So the Spurs are going to get a real chance to win this game. He makes the second. The Spurs don't have any timeouts, so they're just going to have to run it down. Are they going to go for the win, or are they going to go for OT here? Minyam with the ball. He's sizing him up. 5 seconds. 4, 3. They're going for the tie, it looks like. And he misses. Wembanyama choking in the clutch. In his first playoff run, Game 7 against the current champs. He misses a free throw to tie it, and then he misses a 2-pointer to send it to OT. That is not great. But hey, it happens. Shea dropped 40. Chet had 30. Hartenstein had 20 rebounds, 4 blocks. Crazy stat line. Wemby had 30, 12, and 7 with 8 blocks. He shot it really badly, but he was trying to win this game. Aaron Fox shot it well at 21. Dylan Harper had 21. Spark Castle had 16, 12, and 9, almost a triple-double. Wow. Insane playoffs that we're in right now. So now it's going to be the previous dynasty of the Golden State Warriors versus the current possible dynasty in OKC versus the new look 76ers with Tyrese Maxey now as the kind of figurehead of this team versus the Knicks, who are, you know, they had a couple conference finals appearance in a row. So let's see if they can really make it finally out of that conference finals and make it to the real finals. And not much to be said from the Western Conference Finals. As we expected, OKC did come out of the West. They just kind of handed it to the Warriors in 5. Was not really close, but we got another Game 7. Game 7 Conference Finals. Knicks versus the Sixers. Let's see how this one's gonna go. It's a pretty low-scoring game, but the Knicks are kind of just dominating it. Little jump from the 76ers in the 4th to try and catch up, but it's just not enough. This is too easy by the by the Knicks. Tyrese Maxey. I think he was the scoring leader for the NBA at 31 points a game. Shot 6 for 26, 1 for 11 from 3 in this pivotal closeout game. They did have Paul George injured. He went down with an injury, but wow, that is not great. Cat with 28, 17, and 5. Jalen Brunson with 24, 5, and 9. Good stuff from them. OG, good defense, but he couldn't even make a shot. That's a game. This is a game the Sixers really should have won. Tyrese needed to play better there. They had VJ, the rookie, as their scorer, which is, you know, great for their future, but you would have liked to see them make the finals this time. Shea averaging almost 38 and 5 with a steal and a block is the Western Conference Finals MVP, and Karl-Anthony Towns 25, 11, and 5 is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's just get this show on the road, huh? Let's just get through these games. Thunder take game 1. Thunder take game 2. Are they just gonna repeat? Is it gonna be that easy? No, the Knicks tie at 2-2. Thunder 3-2. Is this it? Are the Thunder just gonna win? Again, back-to-back champions. Make Shea a back-to-back finals MVP probably. It's a really close game. 3 minutes left. They're not gonna close it out yet. It's gonna be a game 7 against the Knicks. Another game 7 finals for the Thunder. They're at home, so they have home court advantage. They're going to take the first quarter. They're going to take the second quarter by a long shot, and they're going to run away with this one, winning it by 20 points. The OKC go back-to-back finals champions. Shea dropped 32. Chet with a 36-point closeout game. 8 blocks. What a game from him. And Shea is going to win another finals MVP. His legacy is stacking up to be something very impressive. But that's going to be it, guys. That's going to be the end of the season. Next episode is going to be we're going to cover some off-season stuff, probably go over like plans for the draft, Go over, coaching stuff around the league. Draft a lottery next episode. That's going to be fun. A lot of stuff to go over. But wow, the Knicks make it to the finals, but lose in 7. And the Thunder win another Game 7 finals. They really deliver some of the best finals. All right. I'll see you guys next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you are new and want to keep up with this series. And if you like the video, I'll see you guys in the next one.